Welcome back to Bloomsburg for the four-wheel Jamboree Summer Nationals as we return to competition in the mud pit. Some show and shine vehicles there on display. And there is a look at, once again, Tom Meents minus the wing in the second Mud Patrol. And he will take on another familiar face in Mike Yosha.
You talked earlier about there being three Mud Patrols here. Well, Mike Yosha's car is an old Mud Patrol. You're going to see a real fast run here. There's no love lost between these two guys. And Yosha would love nothing better than put Meeks on the trailer to bump him with the number. 3:05 is a quick time right now. I think Meeks will go quicker this time without the wing. That's just my guess. Let's wait and see. And Yosha, I guarantee, is going to push him out the other end.
Well, time to beat's a 3:05.9. This could be the best matchup of the afternoon here in Bloomsburg.
Yeah, there's no love lost between these two guys. Both vehicles are almost identical. A lot of wheel speed combinations, both of them. You're going to rock and roll. Bob Seeger says, we'll rock and roll. Yeah, and they did, Gary. Look at this.
Excellent ride for both drivers, but look at Tom Meents. A 3.057. That will put him atop the leaderboard.
Yeah, but check Yoshi out. He turns a good number, 3:078. He was right there with him.
That's good for third of the leaderboard. There's Tom Meents' time, then Al Ash, Mike, Tom Marsh, and Tom Meents. Let's go back trackside, Army.
Time of 3:05. That puts you number one. As a matter of fact, that keeps you in the top five with both vehicles.
Oh, that's great. The track's really soupy out there. I got about halfway down and I couldn't see anything, so I just flipped it up and went on. There's a while there, I didn't know where I was going.
That's got to be some of the wildest 2 and 3 seconds of racing in the world, especially with the amount of speed and everything, and in the fact you can't see.
I think, you know, the times may not reflect how well you're going because you don't get off the line as good, but once you get going, you're definitely humming.
We had over 70 vehicles here in Pennsylvania this weekend, so let's go back and show you some highlights from earlier in the competition. Sean Kravitsky, a wild ride here.
This vehicle thing, 40 cases later, you tell buddies help him out on that one.
Well, here's a look back now at Shane Back and Brian Harrell. Harrell the near lane, Shane Back the far lane. Very soupy conditions here, but they all have the same mud to contend with. And after this run here, we had a chance to talk to Brian Harrell about track conditions.
That clock is like glass. That water is just making us, we're spinning and it's just, you know, hydroplaning us. It's like we're walking on water.
Well, Dan Brown in Mind Games also found the going rough. He gets in trouble right off the start and just drives her down the side of that lane. Now back to racing where Tom Martin must now contend with that far lane, which has been a good lane so far. Tom Meents has posted a quick number in that left lane. And if we take a look at Tom Martin in the Mud Patrol, and there is Sally Bagdonis out of Connecticut, the Lady Predator.
Part of a family team. Her husband drives a vehicle that goes by the name of the Predator. What you're going to get a chance to see here, Gary, is the far lane as you're traveling pro. This guy goes all over the country. The near lane, we talked about the regional racer. This is where they step up and run side by side. This might be a good parallel to show you what it's all about. George Cash, the starter, waits for both of them to go into the light.
Ducks. Oh, a good run. Boy, Martin laid down a 3:14.
Man, he had that sucker humming on the big end.
The Lady Predator, not such a great run for Sally at 4.496. But Tom Martin laid down a great ride as we take a look once again. Martin coming right at you in another Mud Patrol.
We had a ton of overdrive on that blower. You could hear that sucker whistling on the big end.
And he slams her down in the shutdown area. Let's go trackside and talk to Tom.
A 3-1-4, but it looked to me like there's nothing to stick on the starting line. You had to get down the track where you plant the horsepower.
Yeah, you know, I think I misguessed on the starting line. It was a little better than I thought. I kind of detuned the motor for this run, and it didn't turn to RPM, so that's why we ran a little slow. But I'm happy with the car. Handled good.
Another task of Mud Racing is cleaning up the car after the run. And we're ready for competition to continue with the S-Kicker. Here's a real wild man. Army, this is Jeremy Finley.
Smiling Jeremy Finley out of West Virginia. This guy was tap dancing a minefield. I'm telling you, he has a philosophy about him. He just goes hard. That's all you can say about him. Same basic setup that the other guys have, except he's cut the top off his 32 Vicky. Who's he going to be going up against?
Well, there's Bill Vivas out of New Jersey, the Hillside Scrambler. Scrambler in the far lane. And Jeremy in the near lane.
Vivas is giving away a whole lot of weight right there as Jeremy moves in. This vehicle is almost identical to the 2 Mud Patrols we saw, with the exception they cut the top off. I asked him why. I want to be able to see where I'm going, especially at Bloomsburg.
Nobody can see where they're going today.
he went there quick, even if he couldn't see. He's coming
Hang
across.
on now. He's off in the other man shutdown area. A 3.104 for Jeremy. He's taking a shortcut back to the pit area. He took a real shortcut right across the lane of Bill. Bill's time of 4.109.
Left turn, Clyde, when he came out of the pit.
Another look coming right at you. Good run, but he had some trouble in the shutdown area. And right there, he's in trouble. Sawing on the steering wheel, climbs on the brakes, gets her woed without getting in too much trouble despite the fact he's in the wrong shutdown area. Let's go back trackside, Army.
Jeremy, a 3.104 showing the track will hold the horsepower, but what did you find out there other people can't find?
I don't know. I guess I just got lucky. Pit's pretty bad shape right now. I don't think it's going to get no better, that's for sure.
Think that'll keep you in the top 5?
I say. It'll have to, probably, if the pit's bad.
You can see how bad the pit is in that shot right there as he has really bounced around. As we go back now to the starting line, Tony Fusillo in Fortified. There is Fortified in the near lane. And for Botnick, Dave for Botnick and Lou Screw over there in the far lane.
Both leave real good for Botnick. Good run. He throws some mud against the wall. It doesn't stick, though. He only goes a 332. You got to go a 3-0 to be a player today, Gary.
Yeah, you got to have one superb run to be at the top of the leaderboard of 4.101 in the near lane. So as the competition continues, we'll take this break and return with more action from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania on Trucks and Tractor Power.